Swamp Valley is a content creation business specialising in the production of film and music, and we also have a very strong stance in the fight against mental illness of young New Zealanders.
As someone who's personally struggled with things like anxiety, hence the headphones, I found that music has really helped me through my journey, and I feel we can do that for others.
This is bigger than just soap, though.
Roughly 1 in 3 New Zealanders struggle with mental illness throughout their lifetime. This is why a percentage of our income will be donated to organisations like Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand and others such like.
We have identified the age range of New Zealanders struggling with mental health most commonly at the ages of 13 and 30. This is really important to recognise as well because this is the age range that are most active on social media. And as Swamp Valley is an online business, this is going to really help us. We can reach as many people as possible and our marketing is going to be more effective.
Our mission here at Swamp Valley is to create engaging and inventive content to entertain, uplift and inspire. We also have several values that we feel are key to having a successful business and helping others and being better people.
And these are kindness, open-mindedness, inclusiveness, commitment and creativity.
Creativity, perhaps the most important to us. And I feel it is important to add that we also have zero carbon footprint.
You. The genres that we most commonly create at Swamp Valley with our music are hip-hop, rap, pop and R&B. And this is really important to recognise for a few reasons. So the first is that we really enjoy creating these genres. They're the genres that we most listen to. And these are also the most mainstream genres of our time. So they can be pushed by a lot of the algorithms of social media such as Spotify, iTunes. They can be pushed out to more people because they're of these genres.
Our main platform is our YouTube channel, where we create various music and film content to grow our audience and our social media presence.
In April alone, which was the first month that we began our business, we had a social media reach on YouTube of about 14,000. And that's the first month. So social media, a lot of the stuff, and in this line of business, the growth will be exponential. So that's the first month. You can see it going up and up and up as the quality of our content improves, the quantity of our content goes up, and the length of time that we begin creating our content.
Now, the equipment required to start the business is rather expensive. So our startup cost was around the $3,000 mark, which isn't great, but we have won some seed funding of $100 from the Waikato University, which is really going to help us.
Now, we introduced ourselves at the beginning as Hamish and Soph, but there's actually a few more people we'd like you to meet that are also part of the Swamp Valley business.
I've got to take this call. Hamish.
Sorry, we'll be back in a second.
Bye.
Introducing
The Links.
Anne Coraline. Here we go.
We both are artists under Swamp Valley who aim to release albums before the end of this year with a goal of 5,000 streams apiece.
Now, we've identified that because of our startup cost, we need about 600,000 Spotify streams to break even. But we know this is quite a big number in comparison to our 5,000 goal. But I think it's also important to recognise that Spotify is just one streaming platform of how many do you know. We're actually available on not just Spotify, but YouTube, iTunes, Google Play Store. In fact, we're available on over 35 major streaming platforms and over 150 that you haven't even heard of. Probably some aren't even available in New Zealand. So we're covered. We're good.
We would also eventually love to create a clothing brand under Swamp Valley, which would help us produce more revenue and raise awareness of our mental health supportive brand.
I think it's also important to recognise, as we said about our YouTube channel before, it's not under Swamp Valley, it's under the Links, because we've discovered that people are much more likely to subscribe or follow content if it's not made by a big business or an organisation. They're more likely to follow a content creator or a person that are more relatable, more casual, rather than some, we're a business, you should follow, that kind of thing. So we've decided that's the reason we've named the YouTube channel under an artist's name. Also, it's really important in this line of business to understand intellectual property, so we don't want to be infringing anyone's rights or breaking any relevant copyright laws. And so we produce 99.9% of all of our content ourselves. So that's the music, the vocals, the logos, the design, the album covers. It's all made by us. And in the event that we are using content made by another party, we're always buying leases or relevant rights to be able to use those that kind of content. So we're all covered by that.
As of this, we're a fully independent business, and outside businesses and manufacturers. We are fully in control of the business and all that goes on, and it allows a creative freedom.
Lastly, so why Swamp Valley?
Yeah, I'm sure you're wondering that too. We feel that valleys symbolize the ups and downs and hills that have to be climbed by those that have mental illnesses. And also, in our line of work, we feel it's a pretty creative name and it stands out. So we really enjoyed it, or liked it.
So we've given you a bit of inside look in our business, Swamp Valley, today. If you'd like to learn a bit more about us, here's our Instagram and our YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you for your time.
Yes.
Sorry.
Have you been through the monetization process of YouTube?
Yes, so we have identified you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So currently we're at 210, and with, I think, YouTube tells us how many, I think we're about 50 hours in, so still at the beginning processes, but as we continue to, produce the
We
quantity
feel
of
confident
content,
that we'll get there, yeah.
and obviously the more content you're producing and stuff, you're going to get more confident, it's going to become, better quality, you're going to gain more of an audience, and we've studied a bit of the algorithm, so we know how, using keywords, optimizing your titles, your descriptions, all that kind of stuff, we know how, all the tips and stuff to get our stuff out there, so it's just a matter of time now.
Yeah.
Pre-business content, yeah.
Well done on the OP piece as well.
Is it just the two of you doing that, all the creative,
Yes.
or are you
Yeah.
planning
It's
to
me,
go-
Soph, the links, and Pro,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Us and our two personalities.
Yeah.
So you're creating your own music
Yes.
and
So you-
uploading it, and you already have a huge following.
We have our social media reach as of April was 14,000, and then just as we continue to produce content, I think for Spotify, I've released one song myself already this year, and as we said, we were gearing up to release more, possibly an EP or an album later in the year, and so we have on Spotify, I think we're at about 500 monthly listeners, and like I said, it'll continue to grow here.
And then you'll collect other artists as well along the way.
That is the plan, yeah. Once we've established our business and grown, we do plan to, ask a couple people if they want to join us and stuff.
It was definitely one of the beginning goals when we started thinking about how can we use media and films, raise awareness for mental health and start supporting those kind of relevant charities. So we were very keen at the beginning, go right, who else can we get on board to help us? But
Yeah.
we definitely want to focus on building the brand up itself first before we start pulling in more people to kind of to commit to and have to pull them as well, which we are very keen on, and we're definitely excited about that. But yeah, it's a good basis to start with us too.
So, with your mental health that you're supporting, how are you getting that out to the people that you're actually doing this for
So,
mental health?
The plan is to have, merch and stuff that would symbolise that we are. And also we want to, in descriptions in our YouTube and stuff, we want to add on helplines and stuff to go underneath, and then just be really open about our experiences throughout life, just to show people that, it's
Our
okay.
social media is we've definitely broadcast a lot of pro mental health, pro mental awareness, all that kind of stuff now, especially on Instagram. We had, I think, Gumboot Day recently, I edited up some photos of us, on our Gumboots, happy Gumboot Day, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
definitely making it one of the forefronts of our business, putting it out there. And it's not, obviously it's a charitable cause, it's not,
Yeah.
let's make money off all the depressed people. It's not about that at all.
No.
I want to make that very clear, we're not trying to monetize, anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely one of the big issues we want to focus on.
Yeah.
Are they your target market? People with depression and anxiety?
Yeah.
To an extent. But
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely we want to get out there that, those are the people that we really want to help and stuff. But with music, anyone is really your target market. If they want to listen to it, they can. Everyone helps out.
Music's not exclusive to one, you can only listen to this, you can only listen to this content if you're part of this group or whatever. It's
Yeah.
open to anybody. But yeah, the music itself is not, we're not out there, writing raps about mental health. We're not doing that. We're creating music which we think is fun, entertaining, and just collaborating. We've got songs and stuff that we've made together as well, but that all feeds back into the Swamp Valley kind of circle that we've got going with the whole mental health awareness thing.
Sorry guys, I'll have to stop it.